Good morning, students. Again, I welcome you in the lecture series of Science and Technology Part 2nd. In last lecture, we have started chapter Life Processes in Living Organism Part 1st. In this chapter, we have studied living organism and different types of life processes, living organism and energy production by the respiratory system. Cellular respiration having two types, aerobic respiration and anaerobic respiration. Aerobic respiration, that means in that respiration oxygen is involved, and in anaerobic respiration oxygen is not involved. Today we are going to start a process of energy production through the aerobic respiration and anaerobic respiration. Out of that, in aerobic respiration, we have seen three steps, which are the first one glycolysis, second one tricarboxylic acid cycle, and third one electron transfer chain reaction. In that, major product is their ATP. ATP means adenosine triphosphate. How this ATP is converted into the ADP? By the breakdown of phosphate molecule. One phosphate molecule can break down, and then this ADP, that means adenosine diphosphate, will form. In last lecture we have seen this. Now, the process of energy production through aerobic respiration of carbohydrate, proteins and fats. In this process, lipid, carbohydrate, protein, fats, these are converted into the glycolysis, fatty acids and amino acids. We are going to start now. In case of the storage of carbohydrate, in the body, the lipid and protein are utilized for the production of the energy. In case of carbohydrate, in the body, the lipid and protein are utilized. These both are utilized for the process of energy production. Lipids are mainly converted into the fatty acid, and proteins are mainly converted into the amino acids. In such condition, both the fatty acids and amino acids, these are converted into the acetyl coenzyme A. Both these fatty acids and amino acids are converted into the acetyl coenzyme A, and this molecule of acetyl coenzyme A undergoes the completely oxidation. This acetyl coenzyme A undergoes the completely oxidation. You know the meaning of oxidation. And after the oxidation, by the process of Krebs cycle, mitochondria, this process occurs into the mitochondria. They will release into energy with byproducts of carbon dioxide, water molecule and energy. This Krebs cycle, in the mitochondria, they are releasing with energy. What they are releasing there? Carbon dioxide and water molecule. This is the first part of process of energy production through the aerobic respiration. That means in aerobic respiration, oxygen necessary for this energy production. Oxygen is necessary, and if oxygen is necessary, then carbon dioxide will be byproduct with this energy. Now, in a second, anaerobic respiration in living organism of cell. This anaerobic respiration mainly occurs in a bacteria, that means microorganisms, lower organisms are there, in that anaerobic respiration will be occurs. In some bacteria and lower organism do not live in the presence of oxygen. In the presence of oxygen, some bacteria and lower organism cannot be live, and they perform anaerobic type of respiration. They will perform the anaerobic type of respiration in the energy production, for the energy production. Anaerobic respiration having two steps. In that, first one is the glycolysis and fermentation. Glycolysis and fermentation, both these are the fermentation. By the glycolysis, pyruvic acid will be formed, and this first one step is a glycolysis and second step is a fermentation. You know the meaning of fermentation and also glycolysis. In last lecture we have seen that what is meant by the glycolysis, and also up to 9th standard you have seen fermentation, how this fermentation occurs. For this fermentation, microorganisms are necessary, and these microorganisms, that means lower organisms, are performing anaerobic respiration. During the glucose formation, during this glucose is during this all process, glucose is incompletely oxidized. In a aerobic respiration, glucose is completely oxidized. In anaerobic respiration, glucose is incompletely oxidized, and less amount of energy will be formed. Pyruvic acid produces through the glycolysis. Glucose is incompletely oxidized, and then by the glycolysis, pyruvic acid is formed. It will convert it after the fermentation. It will convert it different types of products, vinegar, vitamins, and by the various microorganisms. In a pyruvic acids are produced through the glycolysis, is converted into the other organic acids of alcohol. Alcohol, that means ethyl alcohol, so C2H5OH. OH group is there. In that, as ethyl alcohol will be formed, and in this process, the which is called as a fermentation. That means this alcohol will be formed now. Then this is called as a fermentation. Pyruvic acid through the glycolysis converted into the organic acid, different types of organic acids, and or by the fermentation, the alcohol, that means ethyl alcohol, in this process by fermentation occurs, and this process is by the enzyme. Here which enzymes are using? Yeast, and here are erythrocytes, muscle cells. By this lactic acid, in our body also anaerobic respiration occurs. At the time of exercise, this erythrocyte muscle cells undergoes the fermentation, then lactic acid will be formed. If there is a deficiency of oxygen level in the surrounding, some higher plants and animals are undergo the anaerobic. Microorganisms also form the anaerobic respiration. For example, when soil, if in a soil submerged under the water during the germination, seeds are under the soil. During the germination, seeds will perform which type of respiration? Seeds will perform the anaerobic type of respiration. Similarly, human muscle cells, in our body muscle cells also performing the exercise, mainly also in a anaerobic respiration, and this makes the person feels tired due to the less amount of energy released into the body, and lactic accumulation is there. In this anaerobic respiration, mainly bacteria such living organism having performed the anaerobic respiration for this energy production. Glycolysis and fermentation, which are the two steps of the anaerobic respiration. Glucose is incompletely oxidized and less amount of energy obtained by this respiration. Pyruvic acid will produced through the glycolysis is converted into the organic acids or alcohol. Organic acids or alcohol, and then with the help of the some enzymes, that means this yeast is used for this fermentation of, and then alcohol will be formed, and this is called as a fermentation. And some higher plants, animals, and microorganisms are also perform the anaerobic respiration. Instead of aerobic respiration, some will be perform the anaerobic respiration. For example, seeds which are under the soil, this submerge the soil, then that time they will perform the anaerobic type of respiration. And in the exercise also, muscles will perform the anaerobic respiration while performing the exercise, and due to this less amount of energy produced in our body and lactic acid accumulate, due to which we feel the tired. Now what we have seen in a aerobic respiration. In a aerobic respiration, these lipids, carbohydrate, and proteins. For this purpose, for this aerobic respiration, oxygen is required. For this respiration, oxygen is required. In anaerobic respiration, this anaerobic this all process is occurs into the cytoplasm. This all processes occurs into the cytoplasm, and at the end of this aerobic respiration, the carbon dioxide water molecule with energy will be formed, and energy is produced. This energy is produced in a large amount, that means 38 molecules. How many molecules? 38 molecules of energy, that means ATP, are formed during the anaerobic respiration. And glucose is completely, in this glycolysis, glucose is completely oxidized into the aerobic respiration. And in a anaerobic respiration, for this anaerobic respiration, oxygen is not required, and anaerobic respiration occurs mainly into the cytoplasm. Also, aerobic respiration occurs into the cytoplasm, and anaerobic respiration occurs into the cytoplasm. And at the end of this anaerobic respiration, alcohol, carbon dioxide, and are formed, and energy is released in the less amount. In aerobic respiration, energy is released in a large amount. In anaerobic respiration, energy is released in a less amount, because incompletely oxidation of glucose. Incompletely oxidation of glucose is occurs in anaerobic respiration, and only two molecules of ATP will be formed. In aerobic respiration, how many molecules are formed? In aerobic respiration, 38 molecules of ATP will be formed, and in this anaerobic respiration, only two molecules of ATP will be formed. And in this also, with alcohol and carbon dioxide will be released with this anaerobic respiration. Okay, now let's start new point. Energy production in a microorganism through anaerobic respiration. Some organisms cannot be live in the presence of oxygen. Many bacteria, such living organisms, perform anaerobic respiration, which have seen we in these such have performed the anaerobic respiration for the energy production. Glycolysis and fermentation are the two steps of this anaerobic respiration. And in this anaerobic respiration, glucose is incompletely oxidized and less amount of energy is obtained in this type of respiration. Pyruvic acid is also produced through the glycolysis and converted into the organic acid of alcohol with the help of the some enzymes in this process, and this is called as a fermentation. Now some higher plants, animals are anaerobic respirations also perform the anaerobic respiration. Okay, now let us start new point: energy from the different food component. In this energy production, in this energy from a different food components, carbohydrates which are not utilized are stored in a liver and muscles in the form of the glycogen. There are protein and different amino acids which are obtained with a peptide bond. Therefore, it is called as a macromolecules. And when proteins are digested, these proteins are digested, then they are converted into the amino acids. These proteins are digested, then they will be converted into the amino acids, and these amino acids are absorbed into our blood. These amino acids are absorbed into our blood, and amino acids are transferred in each and every cell by the blood. These amino acids are transferred into the each and every cell of our body with the help of the blood. Some proteins of animals of animal origins are considered to be a first class proteins, and each gram of protein provides the 4 kilocalorie energy. Each gram of proteins which are also digested, this will be gives the 4 kilocalorie energy. If protein intake in some that require does not require into a storage of amino acids by the in the body, instead of they broken down forming ammonia. It will be formed into the ammonia, which is then eliminated from the body, and sometimes excess of protein is converted into the glucose by the gluconeogenesis. Sometime we are taking the extra protein, it will be converted into the glucose by the process of the gluconeogenesis, and this glucose is stored into the liver. Carbohydrates which are utilizing for this, these are stored into the liver, muscles, and in the form of the glycogen. Okay, now which proteins, see which type of proteins are present into the skin. Which type of protein are present into the skin? Melanin and keratin. These two proteins are present into the skin. In a bone, which type of protein is there? Ossia. This protein is present into the blood. That means this is located into the bone of our body. Now, protein various types of proteins of a cell membrane and various enzymes, these are stored into the our cell. In a pancreas, insulin and trypsin, both these enzymes, out of that insulin we know that for the maintaining sugar level this insulin is necessary, and this insulin is stored into the pancreas. This insulin is stored into the pancreas with the trypsin, and these enzymes are necessary for the digestion. In a pituitary gland, various types of hormones are present. In muscles. Actin and myosin, flexible proteins are present. For which purpose these actin and myosin proteins are flexible? Why word is given there flexible protein? Because of this flexible nature of a muscle. That means muscles having unique property, contraction and relaxation. This will be possible only because of the protein. Which type of protein? Actin and myosin. This type of proteins are giving elasticity or flexibility for the contraction and relaxation. These both proteins are necessary, and these are present into the muscles. And lastly, in a blood, hemoglobin and antibodies are present, and these amino acids are necessary for our energy, for the productions of this energy. And plants also, some plants of themselves can be produce the necessary amino acids and minerals, and also different proteins. The most of the abundant protein found in nature in the enzyme which is found in the plant is a chloroplast. You know the meaning of the chloroplast. Now, in this video lecture, what we have seen, the process of the aerobic respiration of carbohydrate, proteins and fats. How this conversion of energy with the carbon dioxide and water molecule, and anaerobic respiration, and major difference between the anaerobic and aerobic respiration were seen, and also energy from our different food and components, by the different foods and components. Next part we will continue in a next lecture. Thank you.